Hey everyone, welcome to Love and Life's Journey. I'm Chantel. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you are new to my channel and you like Dollar Tree DIYs, DIYs on a budget, and just DIYs in general, then be sure to hit that subscribe button because I do a lot of that here on this channel. Also, don't forget to hit the bell and set your notifications so that YouTube will notify you when I upload new videos. So today I have for you an exciting Valentine's collaboration. It's called a Valentine DIY Hop. And if you don't know what that is, it is where several YouTubers get together and create videos. In this case, Valentine DIY videos. And then I will put the link to the next person's DIY video in my description box so that when you're finished watching my video, you can go check out her video. And then at the end of her video, she will instruct you to go to that next person's DIY video, and you can just hop from one video to the next and get lots of Valentine DIY ideas. This collab is put together by Heidi at Happily Thriving Heidi. She has a great channel, lots of creative ideas, and she has put together these Friend Fridays with these collaborations. If you have a channel and you would like to play along, be sure to send Heidi an email. I'll put that in the description box below. This week I am playing along with Heidi and these three other really creative YouTubers, so don't forget to hit those links in the description box and hop from one video to the next to check them all out. So this way you'll be introduced to some new crafters here on YouTube, and if you like what you see, be sure to subscribe to their channels and support them. And if you're new to my channel, coming over from the previous video, I would love to have you stick around and subscribe as well. So let's not wait any longer. Let's jump into my 3 DIY Valentine projects. My first project is this Love Grows Here sign, and I made this with items from Dollar Tree for about $5. For this I am using 2 of these love signs from Dollar Tree. I will also be using this wall sticker I found at Dollar Tree. Now I haven't seen this around a whole lot, so it might be a little hard to find this particular one, but they do have lots of wall stickers available, so you can just choose one that you like. I'm also using a piece of foam board, and you can pick this up at Dollar Tree. And I will also be using the word love from this package of 3 Valentine's words in the galvanized metal that Dollar Tree's carrying right now. I needed a pattern to follow for the words grows here, so I just printed these out in different sizes on my printer, and I used Microsoft Word and a font I liked, and I'll just decide which size to use as I go along. I'll be using some white craft paint. You can use any kind of paint that you want to paint your sign in any color. And then I will also be using a black Sharpie marker. Oh, and I'll also be using my hot glue gun and some glue sticks. I usually use Gorilla Glue sticks. I like them just because they give a little bit stronger bond. First I will be removing the ribbon hangers off of the top of my signs, and then I will also be removing the stickers from the back of the signs as well as the galvanized hearts off of the front of the signs. A trick I like to use is to heat up the stickers and also those galvanized hearts with a heat gun or a hair dryer, and this just helps the glue to release and you can remove the pieces so much easier, and it works great on stickers and labels and things. Just be careful, those galvanized little hearts do get hot. Now I'm being kind of careful as I remove these hearts because I don't want to bend them up. I am going to use them in another project that I will be showing you in this video as well. So I've cut my foam board the exact size of the 2 signs, and then I am going to be gluing these signs down onto the foam board, and I am actually gluing the right side of the sign down because I want a flat surface for this project. I don't want to have the grooves that are on those signs. I'm going for a little bit more of a clean modern look and not so much the farmhouse look on this. So if you wanted to do more of the farmhouse look and have those grooves in the boards, then you could certainly glue them right side up and just paint over the love. So I'm using mostly E6000, but I am putting just a little bit of hot glue on this as well, just to hold it right away so that I can continue working on my project. And I'm going to add a little bit of hot glue to the two inside holes where the ribbon hangers were. I will be using the outside holes to create a new hanger, so I'm not filling those, but I'm just putting a little glue in there and then scraping off the excess so that I can paint over that. And you could use wood filler or hot glue for this. Next, I'm going to cut around the design of my wall sticker, and this is just so I can kind of get an idea of the placement and where I want to put it on my sign. Then I'm also going to decide which size of font I want to use for my other lettering and cut that out as well. Next, I'm going to paint my sign, and at first I thought I was just going to paint around the border and save some time, but then I realized that my design actually has spaces between the four sections so that it looks kind of like tile maybe. So I needed to paint down the center anyway, so I did end up painting the whole thing, and I think this is probably the best idea, just to paint the whole thing. Depending on the design of your wall sticker, you may or may not need to use a ruler to help you with the placement of it. My design needs some pretty precise borders and then borders in between each of the pieces, so I am using a ruler to mark it out. And then I'm just going to peel off my wall sticker and place it on the sign. Next, I'm going to take my black Sharpie marker and I'm going to color this love word with the marker. And I tried to do this with paint, but the paint did not stick to the metal very well. You could probably use spray paint, however, it was very cold outside, and so that really wasn't an option for me. So this is what I came up with, just using the black Sharpie marker, and I think it worked pretty well. So this is how I've decided to place my words on the sign. And so I'm going to take that pattern that I cut out, and on the back side of it I am going to color over that with a pencil. Now I realized after I was doing it on my sign that I probably shouldn't be doing that because it did transfer a little bit onto the sign, and I ended up having to paint over that to cover it up. And so just a tip there, don't do this step on top of your sign. Next, I'm going to place my pattern where I want it. I'm going to trace around the letters to transfer that onto the sign to give me an idea where to draw my letters on. Then I'm going to use my black Sharpie marker and I'm just going to trace over those letters. If you have a Cricut machine, you could save some time by cutting this out of vinyl and placing it on your sign. Now I'm going to attach the word love to my sign using some hot glue. To make a hanger, I am going to be using some floral wire that I picked up at Walmart. You can get some wire at Dollar Tree, but it's a lot thinner than this, and you'd probably want to double it up at least. So I'm just taking the end of my wire and poking it through the holes that are already in the sign, and this will make a hole through the foam board so that I can place the wire through it. Then I'm going to go in through the back of the sign and pull it a little ways onto the front and then twist it around a pencil to secure it. Then I'm going to decide how long I want my hanger to be, and I'm going to pull the other end of the wire through the other hole, and once I have the hanger at the desired length, I'm going to trim it off and then twist it around to secure it as well. And that is all there is to this sign. Really easy to put together, and I love how it looks because it's not specifically Valentine's. You could keep this up all year long, and I love the colors of it as well. My next project is super easy, and it only will cost $3 to make. For this, I will be using one of these wooden hearts from Dollar Tree. I'll also be using this wall sticker that I picked up, and it is succulents and roses in the shape of a heart. And once again, I'll be using the galvanized love word. Assembling this project is super easy. I am going to remove the hanger from the heart, and I'm not going to cut it off. I'm just going to push it through the holes because I am going to reuse it. This wall sticker comes in two sections, so I'm going to take the first half and line it up on the half of the heart, and it is larger than the wooden heart, so it is going to overlap all around the edges. Then I'm going to take the second half of the heart and just line it up, making sure that the pattern is aligned, and stick it down as well. Then I'm going to take a pair of scissors, and I'm just going to trim off the excess of the wall sticker that's hanging over the wooden heart. Next, I'm just going to carefully poke through the holes in the heart so that I can poke through the wall sticker and make a place to put my hanger back on the heart. Next, I'm going to add the word to the heart, and I decided to use these foam squares. You can get these at Dollar Tree, and this is just going to add a little bit of height and space between the heart and the word and give it a little bit more dimension. This is just an optional step that you can do. You could put the word directly on the heart if you like, but I liked the added dimension that these foam squares gave it. And that's it. It's finished. It's really easy to do, and I think it looks really elegant. And I put mine together with some succulents and some silk roses from Dollar Tree, and I love how this grouping all looks together. My final project is this Farmhouse love sign, and I think this one is my favorite. This board was just packing material in a box of put together furniture that I bought, and I love the finish on it. It's just kind of a laminate finish on it, but it looks like barnwood, and so I'm going to be reusing this for a sign. So basically this was free. You could just use a board that you could pick up at Home Depot or Lowe's, and you could paint it or stain it, but this is what I'm going to use for my sign. And in the craft section at Walmart, I found these letters, and I liked the size of them. I really liked the finish on them. They're painted white, but it's kind of a distressed look, and so I think these are going to go great on that board. I'm also going to be using one roll of this crocheted looking lace ribbon from Dollar Tree. This is great ribbon. I love this for farmhouse type projects. And then I'm also going to be using those galvanized hearts that I took off of those signs in the first project. So because my board is particle board, I wanted to cover up the edges because it's not very pretty. If you had just a regular board, you wouldn't have to use the lace to cover up the edges. You could just paint it or stain it, but I thought the lace gave it a nice touch. And so I'm just going to attach this using my hot glue, and the finger protectors from Dollar Tree are really great for this because the hot glue will come through the holes in the lace and it's really easy to burn your fingers. So I highly recommend those. Once I go all the way around the sign, I'm just going to trim off the excess ribbon and glue that end down. Then I'm just figuring out the spacing of my letters and my hearts, and then I'm going to attach those to the sign using my hot glue gun. And here's the finished sign. I love this. Like I said, this is my favorite, and I love how these are great. All three of these signs are great for Valentine's Day, but they could also be left up all year long. And I decided not to put a hanger on this sign because I think I'm going to go back to Walmart and pick up the letters to spell out the word home and put that on the other side of the sign and make this a reversible sign so I can just set it on a table or on a shelf or even just on my fireplace mantle. I hope you enjoyed this video with these 3 Valentine DIYs. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and also be sure to go into the description box and click on that link to check out the next person's DIY video in the hop. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a blessed day.